What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. I am Brandon. This is Brandon Coin, and let's see what kind of news we have brewing today. So, apparently, the NVIDIA GeForce or RTX 3080 benchmarks have been leaked, which is kind of cool because I honestly didn't expect the 30 series to be coming out anytime soon. But I mean, if there's benchmarks out there, then potentially they're not far off. So, let me flip on over here. Oh, before we get started, I just want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the members of the YouTube channel. If you join down below, I'll give a special little talk to you guys after the video. So thank you, appreciate it. Now, bam, there we are. Okay, so NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3080. Yes, this is what potentially would replace the 2080 or the big brother to it. Anticipation is building around NVIDIA's RTX 3080, and a new set of leaked benchmarks reveal a huge leap over last generation. Spotted by hardware leaks, a 3D Mark benchmark result for what's claimed to be the RTX 3080 shows up as a 21% faster than the RTX Titan. And the Titan is the big dog. That's NVIDIA's most powerful graphics card to date, currently available to the public. So that means the 3080, which is not even, if you're going off of their naming scheme, that's not their top of the line card for next generation, or shouldn't be. That means their high end but not top of the line card is 21% faster than their biggest, baddest card currently available. That's kind of crazy when you think about it like that. Now, for a better comparison, it says the RTX 3080 achieved a score of 18,000, which comes in at 30% faster than the RTX 2080 Ti. So, if you compare it against like the top gaming card right now available, 2080 Ti, 30% jump is huge, like mind-boggling at the jump there. Actually, let's see for example. Let's put a RTX 2080 versus the GTX 1080 Ti. That'd be a good comparison from the previous generation. So, wow, okay, a GTX 1080 Ti is still 10% faster than an RTX 2080. Now, imagine that's flip-flopped. So, if the 2080 Ti was over here on the right, and the 3080 was on the left, the 3080 would be 30% faster. So the generational jump here is if it truly is 30%, it's a lot more than what we got out of the last generation jump. And I mean, heck, we could even go back to the 980 Ti and compare it against the 1080. We got a 32% jump at that generation. So realistically, this is going to be like going from the 900 series to the 10 or 1000 series. So that's the kind of jump we're going to see. I mean, I remember like as soon as the 10 series dropped, 9 series was like irrelevant, like basically overnight, so are we going to see that same kind of thing? I don't know. But yeah, so we're getting that true generation jump. This was a 30% jump. Now, if we get a 30% jump, I mean, I'm excited. Just seeing these numbers gets me all pumped up. Not to mention what the 3080 Ti or the 3090 would come out as. So now further on in the article, it's worth noting that the RTX 3080 wasn't mentioned by name. Rather, the benchmark result was labeled as unknown NVIDIA Ampere GPU. But as NVIDIA tends to usher in a new generation of GPUs with a top-end graphics cards, we can expect this card to be equivalent of the RTX 3080, even if it doesn't end up using that nomenclature. Given the GPU comes with a 1935 MHz core speed and 6000 MHz memory clock speed, there's no doubt that this graphics card is a high-end component rather than a mid-range GPU from NVIDIA. According to hardware leaks, GA102 die that the RTX 3080 will be based on will come in 3 variants: a top-of-the-line Titan model, an RTX 3090 or Ti model, and the standard RTX 3080. And a memory configuration for the GPU will come in at 24 gigabytes, 12 gigabytes, and 10 gigabytes. There's a 24 gig card. Yeah. Boom. This was further let credence by tech leaker Cat Corgi on Twitter. And I guess they made a tweet talking about specs and stuff. So with a memory bandwidth of 21 gigaflops or gigabits per second, is that what that is? Yeah, something like that. So the RTX 3090, which could also be called the RTX 3080 Ti, looks set to be an absolute powerhouse of a graphics card, though the RTX 3080's touted bandwidth of 19 gigabits per second likely means it'll be no slouch when it comes to high-end graphics performance. All this is added up to the new Ampere-based GPU RTX graphics cards being a significant upgrade over the current GeForce GPUs that use the Turing architecture. We're also expecting a next-generation GeForce cards to come with onboard ray tracing performance, potentially even having a coprocessor to help take care of that demanding rendering technique. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, what I want to focus on here a little bit more, obviously, you know, new cards is huge, but if we can expect the kind of jump that we saw in the 900 series to 1000 series, a lot of people are focusing up here at the top. I want to focus a little bit further down. So what if we focused on it like a let's see here, like a 960, okay, to a, what would that be, 1070, right? 1070, is that it? Yeah, that would be just one step up from it. 138% jump in performance. I mean, heck, we can even bump it down to a 1060. 73% jump. So I think where the meat of the gains is going to be in the mid-range or lower-end cards. You're gonna see a lot of those benefits, and what that means for the mining community more than anything is we're gonna see huge jumps in computational performance, or more NVIDIA-esque mining, because obviously the memory is getting faster, but it's gaining a lot more computational power or raw power instead of just memory speed, aka Ethereum mining. So that's where I was more interested in. I mean, even putting it up against like a 970, let's say 970 versus a 1070. Wait, sorry, 1070. So it'd be generation to generation, just the new step, 50% jump, huge, ladies and gentlemen. Like, I'm pumped. I am seriously excited to see what's going to come out next. So 1070 versus 980, 29% jump. 1080 Ti, that's not a fair comparison. Obviously, we're comparing old graphics cards, but we saw that it was a similar jump in the cards that we were talking about on that end. Obviously, this is all speculation, but I'd rather be excited and talking about this than all this craziness that's going on in 2020. So let me know down below, guys, what you guys are interested in. Are you going to buy some of these cards? Are you going to wait? I can tell you that I'm fairly certain that I will be buying probably one of each, and kind of rolling back into getting used to doing my daily stuff with showing you guys what they're making, all that kind of stuff, if we're seeing a real true generation jump. So I feel like RTX and the 20 series kind of shorted us a little bit. The fact that, I mean, when you compare like a 1080 Ti, which is honestly a bad Mammer Jammer card, like no joke, those cards are amazing, and you compare it against, I mean, a 2080, which is, for all intensive purposes, like that was, the high-end entry, or not entry level, but the high-end card for that generation. Obviously, there was a 2080 Super that came out, and it was a big jump up. But heck, the 2080 Super is still, it's 1%, so it's right on the same level as a 1080 Ti. Obviously, it doesn't have ray tracing, but I don't know anybody that's just like, ray tracing, I gotta have it. It's kind of one of those things. If you have it, awesome. If you don't, it's whatever. Nobody went out, at least nobody I know went out and been like, I have to have ray tracing. Because heck, a lot of games didn't even support it. Now, comparing it against the 2080 Ti, let's see. 32% jump. So 30% jump from generation, or from same tier to same tier, but they're touting that the new cards are going to be a 30% jump. offset. So, you know, non-TI versus TI. So I'm excited to see what we got. Hopefully you guys are too. Drop your comments down below. Let me know what you're looking forward to. Discord link will be posted down below. So if you want to jump in and hang out, talk to us, play some video games, see what's going on. I feel like it's an exciting time. If we could get a 30% jump in computational power, and that equals the 30% jump in like mining performance, and even in the mid-range cards, maybe a 50 to 75% jump, I feel like, you know, we could maybe have cheaper cards making more money, and everybody's happy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? So, with that being said, guys, I want to sign off. Have a good night, and oh, hold on, before I go, I wanted to talk to my my members here. So, yeah, if you're not a member, you can stay and hang out for a little bit. That's always cool. Bop, bop, bop. I'll tune it right back here in a second once I get this up. My internet's being a little slow today. What in the world? There we go. Studio. All right, so coming back over here, we have Mr. Batman, Just Mike, and Red Panda Mining have all hit the 5-month mark. Thank you guys very much. It's crazy. It's coming on almost half a year. Savage Mine, Crypto Mining Tools, and Yashnik coming on the 4-month mark. And then Dave Stitz and Nefarious Technology on at 2 months. So I was thinking, guys, I want to do something to give back to you guys. I'm unsure of what to do. I was thinking maybe like a line of maybe hats or shirts. I'll be messaging all you guys, but I don't know. I kind of want to do hats because I'm like a hat guy, but I don't know how to go about them. But yeah, just let me know what you guys think, and much appreciated. So thank you for real. It makes a big difference. Even the little pledge every month, it helps significantly. So with that being said, I want to sign off. I'll see y'all on Discord. Adios.